This past weekend, the Towson track and field team traveled to Coastal Carolina for their first outdoor meet of the season. Coach, how do you think you guys did?
Oh, I was very pleased. With our first meet being outdoors, I think probably the thing that stood out the most to me was some of the performances from our young athletes, from our freshmen and sophomores, that I was really pleased with. And you never know, because we've got some events that we haven't done indoors and we haven't been able to practice them a lot. So I was very pleased, very pleased.
Along the lines of those events that aren't indoors, and outdoors you had the 400 and the javelin throw. Both, you had some athletes that performed very well in each of them. Talk about Emily and talk about Alexis. What'd you like about them?
Yeah, but they were two of our top recruits, from last year, that we were really, really happy that we signed them last year. So I've been waiting almost a year now to see them actually compete in their best events as Towson Tigers. For Alexis, outstanding. Number 2 all-time javelin thrower now in the history of our program. She also qualified for ECACs, and to be able to do that as a freshman in your first meet is just fantastic. And Emily, her time was number 9 on our all-time list, but it would also have been good enough to score last year in our conference meet. So, she did come in 3rd, which was a great, with the number of schools that was there, that was great too. But, just that overall, looking down the road, I think she's going to really be impressive.
Now with these younger athletes, you talked about the depth that you're going to have. Talk about the depth of your program now, whether it's the field events where you guys have a lot of people who can score come later in the season.
Right. Now, I think, in the throwing events, and we saw that in the javelin throw, where we had 4 throwers that were over 100 feet in the javelin, which we haven't, I don't think we've ever had that. So that's really going to bode well for us down the road. Also in the discus, we had 3 throwers that were over 110 feet in the discus. So, that was great too. So we see the depth there in the distance, in the throwing events. Now, one thing that really impressed me was our 4x8 teams, our A team, which came in 2nd, and our B team, which came in, I believe, 5th, that ran really well. So not only did we have 4 800 runners for the A team that did well, we also had 4 that ran very well for the B team. So that was depth there too.
So you guys had a lot of good performances. You have to wait 2 weeks until your next meet. How are you going to go about training with this time off?
Now, that's going to be tough, because we do obviously have a spring break, so that's going to be tough. We're going to have a good hard work week this week, and then we'll give everybody their workouts and keep our fingers crossed that they do them and that we'll be ready for the Navy meet. And I think the success that we had at Coastal should carry over into good practices and a good meet for us on the 24th at the Naval Academy.
All right, so you said you're going to be giving some of your athletes requirements for spring break. Talk about what you're going to be giving them, what they're going to have to do.
Well, it'll be their normal work, the normal type of workouts that we do now, but we will adjust them so that they can do them at their home track or wherever they're going to be. Hopefully they won't be in Cancun or, Fort Lauderdale. They'll be going home and being able to do the workouts.